Hey everybody, Dave here, Wags Automotive, and today is time to take all of this and finish the motor on that truck, on that 48 Chevy truck. So today we're going to finish putting it together. It was about, probably 6 weeks ago I did the video, the build videos on the engine, and I wanted to wait until I was getting closer to the time where I was getting ready to fire it up before I finish putting it together, because I want the engine to have all the lubrication it needs when it's ready to be started. So we're going to go through here and look at this stuff. We don't need that. That's a bread package. We don't need that, and we don't need this old towel. Well, we might need it later. We'll put it over there by the truck. Okay, so we're going to go through this and look at what we got here. Look at what we're going to put on this truck. Go through it and unbox it and check it out. You guys remember this stuff? ZDDP lube grease that I bought off eBay. We're going to use that today on the lifters and probably some other parts as well. So we're going to use that for sure today. So we'll put it over there on the engine. Okay, let's go through here and see what we got. Open this stuff up. And if you watch my other videos, make sure you can see me when I'm standing up. I think I gotta probably raise this up a little bit. Well, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna move over here and I'll just sit back down. There we go. That works. I got a lot of stuff to show here. You guys heard of Speedway, right? Heard of them? We got stuff from Speedway. So we got, you guys watched my other videos on this truck. I installed the gas tank from an S10 on here, right? Because I figured out that the gas tank on the S10 will fit inside the frame and fit under the cab of the 48 cab. So if you've got it high enough, I mean, if you got the cab down lower, it may not, but I got my cab set with the rusty mounts. I've got it set at the maximum height. So we got plenty of room for the gas tank underneath the cab. So, but the gas tank, I got the gas tank off of like an 88 or 89 S10. So it's got an electric fuel pump in it, and it runs, I want to say, around 14 PSI, 14 or 15, which is too high for a carburetor. So I had to buy a fuel pressure regulator, and that's what this is. First thing we're taking out of the box here. So I got a Holley fuel pressure regulator. And I also got a fuel pressure gauge, so I'm going to run this. I'll mount this to the firewall. It's got a mounting bracket in there. Mount this to the firewall. I'll put a 90-degree fitting on one end, and I'll put the fuel gauge under so I can see my fuel pressure. And then, of course, my inlet's going to come up through here from the pump, and then there to the carburetor. We're running a 600 Holley on this. We don't need anything fancy because it's not a race engine or anything. It's just a standard 350 engine pretty much with a cam and headers. So we're going to run this. I'm going to turn the pressure down probably around 6 to 7 PSI. I need to do some research and figure out where it goes, but I think it's around 6 or 7 if I remember right. So that's the first thing we got is a fuel pressure regulator. We got to mount that on the firewall somewhere, and a fuel pressure gauge that we're going to put on the regulator. So got those out of the box. All right, and then I used the fuel lines that came when I went and got the fuel tank. I got it here locally from a guy who has like several S10s that he sells parts off of, and the tank came with a almost new sending unit in it and a pump. But I also got the lines that run down the frame. I got those, the fuel lines. So of course it's got an inline filter. So we've got a brand new inline filter to put in there. Got that off of eBay. Wasn't very expensive. And here's something real nice that you guys are gonna like. I've had this for a little bit. We bought it for Bo last year, I think. We started working on this project. There's a set of throttle springs. Those did not come with it. I just threw those in the box. So we got a brand new Holley 600 CFM. I think this is the Avenger series or the Warrior series or something like that. But it's real nice. It's got that chrome looking plating on it. Brand new carburetor, 600 Holley to put on his engine. So once we get it all together and get ready to point where we want to hook up the fuel system on it, we'll put that on. That's not going to go on right now, but it'll go on eventually. Okay, so that's that. Gotta get this all to go back together if I can. Be nice. There we go. All right. Okay. So we're not going to need that right now, but we will need it eventually. And we'll need all this stuff to go with it. All the fuel system stuff, right? Okay. And then we've got, what is this? I don't remember. Oh, okay. We've got a chrome power steering reservoir pump assembly, and it does not have the pulley, but if you watch my video on the old air products air conditioning system, we bought a really nice billet pulley to go on this, so it's going to look really good. So that's your power steering pump. Got that. What else we got? Got all kind of stuff. All kinds. Come on, go in there. These guys box this stuff up a lot easier than I can box it up when I take it out of the box. That's for sure. Okay, and that's information. We got this little thing here. We're going to put that in the motor. If you watched my video on how to make an oil pump drive, that's what this is. It used to be a distributor. Now it's an oil pump drive. So watch my video on how to make an oil pump drive to pre-oil your engine. And if you can find an old distributor that you can get for free or almost free, you can make one of these for next to nothing, or maybe nothing. You can get it for free. This is a set of polyurethane bushings for the front sway bar. So we got a set of energy suspension polyurethane bushings we're going to put in it. Got to put the front sway bar on it still. We may or may not do that anytime soon, I don't know, but that was on the table here, so. Oh, I forgot to put my hat on my carburetor. Oh well, that's all right, we'll do it later. And then here's something real nice. It's definitely going to go on the engine today. Two things actually. Chrome dipstick. This is the driver's side dipstick motor, so this will go in that. And then we got a really nice former RPM intake manifold. This is a dual plane intake manifold. People argue about and say, well, do you want single plane or dual plane? Well, for the street, you probably want a dual plane. This is going to work just fine for him. It's going to run good, drive good. This was, I think it was like a display manifold, so I got it for a little less than it would have cost brand new, but it's still brand new. It's never been bolted on. It's just a little dirty, but I'll clean it up. No big deal. All right, and in here, what else we got in here? We got something else in here. I don't know. It hasn't even been opened, or maybe it's part of this manifold. I don't know. No, that's some grade 8 bolts for something. I don't know. I don't know if I bought those for the harmonic balancer pulley, or I don't know. Or maybe the guy put them in the box accidentally, but grade 8 fine threaded bolts. I don't know. Don't remember what those are for. And we got this, but we're probably not going to be able to use it. It's a real nice think it moves around if I remember right. Yeah, see that? It rotates, so you can put it in whatever position you want. And we might be able to use it on this engine, I don't know. Oh, it's missing the gasket. That's not cool, but it's not. I don't think it's an O-ring one. Well, I don't know. No, I think it just takes a regular gasket, but interesting. We'll have to see what we need for that as far as a gasket. But I think we're probably going to have to use the one that thermostat housing that comes straight up, and not has the coming out the side like that. So I'm not sure if we're going to be able to use that or not. We'll see. All right. What else we got? We got a transmission torque converter cover, inspection cover, chrome one. Now I have to modify this because I had to cut the part of the ears off the transmission to be able to fit the headers on there, which I don't know why I did that, but they should have fit on there anyhow, but they didn't. And then this is kind of cool. Speaking of the transmission, you can buy this kit on the internet. Dropping stuff on the floor here. So this is a universal type shift rod kit. So you put this piece here on the transmission, and then your heim joint bolts to that, and of course it's adjustable. That's just a regular old heim joint right there. It bolts to that, and then your linkage bolts in the heim joint, and it goes up to your steering column, and then you got a couple more joints that go up there, and you got another little heim joint there that goes up at the top, and you hook that into your steering column. So this is kind of a universal kit. We'll see how well it works. I'm going to try to use that on here. We got a set of spark plugs, but you guys know what spark plugs are. I don't need to show those to you. You know what those are. We got Lucas break-in oil. See that? So we're going to use this. It has lots of zinc in it. I did some research online, and I believe the Lucas has the highest zinc content of all the break-in oils. So if you're going to do an engine break-in, you want to do your research, because some of them have less zinc than others do. So you want to get one that has a lot of zinc in it, and this one does. And speaking of zinc and oil, let me get up here a second. Well, not only are we going to use Lucas break-in oil, and we're going to use that grease that I bought that has zinc in it, I'm also going to add this to the engine when I get ready to fill it up with oil. So this is Rizlone ZDDP supplement. So it's a zinc-rich liquid that you add to your oil. I don't know how much zinc it has in it, but it says, let's see, 1996 and older engines, you want to add 1 bottle. So you want to add a whole bottle of this to your engine. You can buy this online. It's like $5-6, maybe $10, I don't know. So we're going to put this, we're going to put the zinc oil, plus we're using that zinc grease in there. So we got lots of zinc and other additives in this engine to break it in with. We should be good to go. Okay. And of course, these are just sealers. My good old Indian head shellac you guys love so much, ultra slick. We'll use that today on the. We'll use both of these today actually. But yep. And let's see. And you guys remember when I showed you the timing chain that I put in the engine, and the package was old and yellow and nasty looking, and I told you that yellow is good when it comes to buying model parts? Well, Bo has got a set of gauges that go in the dash of the truck, the original gauges. I mean, he bought new ones that go in the place of the original ones, but they're new. They've been remanufactured or rebuilt or whatever. And they have all the gauges in them, but I'm not going to have those in the truck when I start it, because it's got to be sent to paint and have everything painted. So this is what's going to be inside the truck. And of course, yellow, it's an old package. I bought this off of eBay, and I probably won't need to hook up the generator, but I can hook up the oil pressure and the water temperature, and when I break the engine in, I can use this to monitor everything while I'm breaking the engine in. So we got that to temporarily hook up to to monitor everything while we're breaking the engine in. I may just even mount this in the engine compartment somewhere. I don't know. We got that. And because of the situation with this truck, we're putting a different motor, different frame, different body all together in one. You need a short water pump, Chevrolet water pump, so this is the short pump. I got this. I need to paint that today so I can install it. And I don't know what fittings it comes with. Hopefully something. No, not really. It comes with a plug and a pin for something, and that's about it. And some bolts, gaskets. Yep, doesn't give me any fittings. Just comes with a plug. So I got to go buy fittings for the heater hoses on that, because we got you know, the vintage or the old Air Products air conditioning system that going to go on this truck. So we're going to need heater hoses. So we'll be running one of those out of that and one probably out of the intake manifold. Right? Yeah. Yeah. So we got a spot right here we can run heater hoses out of the intake. There's one here too, but we'll put probably one of those plugs for that water pump. We'll put it in there. All right. And this is I think I got this given to me for free. This is a throttle throttle cable and also kickdown cable bracket that you can use to mount your throttle cable to kickdown cable to the engine. Now I'm not sure if I'm going to use both of these because I ordered a custom throttle or gas pedal for this truck, and it uses like a cable instead of, it doesn't have the square in it. So I don't know if I can get it to fit there and maybe make it fit or not. If not, then I'll have to figure something else out. But we'll use this to mount at least the kickdown cable for sure, as far as I know. And then over here we also have, I got these. It's got rocker arms in it and the nuts. It's got push rods in it. And I got this kit mainly because I need push rods for this engine. If you recall, when I worked on this engine, when I had it in my '72 Chevelle and I was working on it, it wasn't running right. I took it apart. I think I made a video with that. I can't remember for sure, but it had a couple bent push rods. So I just bought this kit because it's got rocker arms in it that I thought I might be able to use, and push rods and all that. So I bought the whole kit. But that's from Proform. Get that up there where you guys can see that in case you're wanting to know what it is. Part number 66923C. You guys can see that. So it's got, like I said, it's got rocker arms, push rods, the rocker arm balls, pieces on the back right there, and the nuts to bolt everything down with there. And these are standard 1.5 ratio Chevrolet V8 rocker arms. But we're not going to use those rocker arms. Really all I got that for was, well, I thought about using it first, but then I wanted to get something nicer for Bo. They're over here. We have, instead of an XL Super Stock 8mm spark plug wires, a custom kit. I gotta put the ends on them. Got those off of eBay. Somebody had them in their garage, didn't need them anymore. And we got a little, again, yellow. Remember when I said, there's another yellow package, see how yellow that is? A set of spark plug wire separators, got those off eBay. Somebody had those in their garage for the last 15, 20 years. And we've got a Street Fire. Is this MSD, I think? Street Fire. Well, let's see. Well, it doesn't say. I think it's MSD. Anyhow, Street Fire electronic ignition distributor. We're going to use on this thing, and we got plenty of room in the back of the motor because this thing had a 6-cylinder in it originally. So the engine was longer, so it has a kind of an indentation in the back of the firewall. So you got plenty of room to put one of these in there. So we're going to put electronic ignition on it, but we're not going to use this right now because I'm going to put this in it, right? So I can pre-oil it. We'll leave this in it until we're ready to fire it up. Then we'll pre-oil it one more time before we fire it up. And then we'll pull this out and put the distributor in and time it. This will be one of the last things we put on before we start it. Okay, here's what I was looking for. I got these for Bo. Harlan Sharp. You guys ever heard of Harlan Sharp? There you go. Set a really nice 1.5 to 1 ratio roller rockers. It's going to make this thing run better and sound better. They're way better quality than the stamped rockers are. So it's going to get, these will probably get put on today. Once I get all the valve tray together, we'll put those on. So a real nice set of those from Harlan Sharp. These are actually, I think they're lower priced than like the Crane, and I don't know, there's several different brands of roller rockers out there. But these are one of the lowest priced ones out there, and I believe they're made in America still, and a lot of them are made in, you know, Japan or China or wherever. You know, the garbage. I'm not impressed with them. And then, of course, we got our overhaul gaskets, which I'll be using today out of that kit. And then we've got, well, here we've got these. All right. Bo picked these out. He wanted these for his truck. Got a really nice set of kind of old school finned aluminum valve covers, real nice, polished aluminum. Look really good on here, and we got baffles we can put inside of them, so that'll take care of that problem. I don't have to worry about oil coming up through them or anything like that. So we got to figure out how to mount all that. Get those baffles in there, and these will be what's on top of the engine next to that nice Edelbrock intake manifold. All right. Okay. Wait. Oh. I think this stuff must have went in there. There we go. Good enough for me. Real nice valve covers. And along with that, the last thing we'll open up here, well, we got one more thing, I guess. Along with those beautiful polished valve covers, we have got, and that fell on the ground. Got a really nice oval air cleaner assembly that's the same design. It's got the fins on top, polished on the sides, and it's got the dull finished aluminum on top. So that's going to be on top of that old 600 Holley carburetor. And we got plenty of room under the hood for that, so we don't have a problem with that at all. Well, that'll fit right in there, no problem. Anyway, I got most of this stuff off of eBay. You know, some of it's Chinese stuff, but I mean, pretty much everything's Chinese anymore, even the name brand. But if you look around, if you like what you see here, you can look on eBay. If you're wanting to build one of these trucks, you can buy this stuff off eBay. It's pretty easy to find. And, you know, not super expensive. And then, of course, the first thing we're going to be doing in our engine build today is we're going to take this Lunati cam kit, and we will be installing our lifters, hydraulic lifters. Real nice brand new set of those. We'll be installing those on our Lunati cam, and we're going to use lots of that zinc grease that I bought off eBay on those lifters to install them with. I think that's pretty much everything there is in there. I got the old cam in there, but I don't think it's any good, so that may end up getting chucked. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. All right, guys. So I just wanted to kind of go through my goodie list here so you can see what we got for this motor. Oh, and we've got a starter here. You know, and it's a starter. I mean, it's new. It's, you know, got a lifetime warranty, whatever. It's no big deal. But just wanted to go through this stuff so you can see kind of what we have in mind for Bo's truck and what all's going to get put on it. What do you guys think? You think it's going to run pretty good like this? I mean, I've basically rebuilt the engine, so you know it's going to have all brand new parts in it. It should run good. I'm excited about it. I'm excited about hearing it run and getting all this stuff on there. You know, we still got a ways off before we hear it run, but it shouldn't be too long. So we'll get it going. Oh, there's the air cleaner nut, installation nut. Goes in the air cleaner. I dropped that on the floor, didn't even know it. I didn't even know that was in there. There we go, right in the corner. All right, guys. So that's what we're going to put on this motor. I'm going to stop the video here. This is just basically an unboxing showing you what we have, what our plans are for this thing. And next video you see, we're going to start putting this motor together and get it all buttoned up so we can get it ready to start, fire it up. All right, guys? All right. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel. Got more stuff coming. 48 Chevy truck on an S10 frame. Talk to you later. Bye.